Hey guys, my name is Ehsan and welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you've noticed the color quality in my Sekiro walkthrough videos or not. YouTube has this interesting and honestly kind of ridiculous policy when it comes to uploaded videos. It doesn't really matter how good your video looks on your own hard drive. The moment you upload it to YouTube, YouTube starts messing with the color system and converts it to Rec 709 with Gamma 2.4. The reason YouTube does this is fairness for older videos. I mean, even the very first videos ever uploaded to YouTube's servers. If YouTube wanted to support newer and more modern color systems like Vimeo or Instagram, a lot of those older videos would pretty much become unwatchable. So out of respect for older uploaders, new videos still have to deal with this Rec 709 and Gamma 2.4 system. And in the world of video, this color system has one of the most limited color gamuts. But I am not the kind of person who accepts limitations. My Sekiro walkthrough videos, after being uploaded to YouTube, look almost, not exactly, but almost like what you would see if you played the game in HDR mode on an HDR monitor. You would get almost the same kind of color, contrast, and brightness. And I repeat, I mean after uploading to YouTube, not on my own hard drive. And again, almost, not exactly. Because part of the lost quality, which is not that much, comes from your own HDR monitor panel and the natural limits of the Rec 709 color system. And that natural limit cannot be fully fixed by any method. So from now on, you can call me Ehsan, also known as the valedictorian of color grading gaming footage. Elder monkeys. Once you fight these things, you will probably wish you were fighting a bunch of mini-bosses at the same time instead of dealing with these damn monsters. Monkeys with two katanas. The amount of movesets from software designed for this one enemy in Sekiro is honestly crazier than what many games give to their main bosses. Green mossy gourd does almost the same job as antidote powder, but with one important difference. Antidote powder increases your poison resistance, and if you are already poisoned, it cures the poison status too. But green mossy gourd cannot cure poison. It only reduces poison buildup and gives you extra poison resistance for a short time. It works exactly like dowsing powder and withered red gourd. To get the dried serpent viscera and reach Ashina depths, we have to go through this cave. And honestly, there is a pretty good chance you'll get lost in here. So just follow the exact path I'm taking. Inside this cave, you will run into enemies called rock divers, also known as Dobeihai or earthen wall warriors. But if you've played Dark Souls 2, these guys should look familiar. Old enemy assets, reused in a new game with a different name, but who cares? From Software is always peak. The second Great Serpent is also inside this cave. But we can't really kill this one. We can fool it though. And we do that with puppeteer ninjutsu and one poor little monkey, who is here for exactly this reason. Once we turn the monkey into a puppet, it distracts the Great Serpent. And while the serpent is busy with the monkey, we have to run for our lives.
Ashinaの底にみなげをさあっちじゃAshinaの底
We can also reach Ashina Depths through the bottomless hole. In Ashina Depths, we have to fight a mini-boss. Another Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes Shirahagi. But this time, we also have one more luxury feature. Miyazaki's fetish. A poison swamp. Plus a bunch of snipers and cannon guys. This fight can easily become one of the hardest fights in the entire game. If you try to fight this mini-boss the normal way the game expects you to. But we are not going to do that. That is exactly why we came to Ashina Depths through the bottomless hole. So we can beat the shit out of Shirahagi without even having a real fight. With Gachin's sugar and the grappling hook, we can get behind Shirahagi. Just watch out for this guy who is patrolling the area. Only start the fight when his back is turned. After you get behind Shirahagi, use Yashariku's sugar and make sure Mortal Draw is equipped. We land the first death blow as a stealth death blow. For the second death blow, first use Shinobi Firecracker or Fistful of Ash to stagger her. Then use Mortal Draw twice. If her posture does not break, use Shinobi Firecracker one more time, then hit her with Mortal Draw 2 more times. And this time, she is definitely done. After that, quickly pull back so the cannon guy does not spot you. Then we can take our time and clear the entire area.
何にやられた？首が。
If you thought the Guardian Ape fight in the previous episode was hard, then congratulations. You are officially screwed. Because the next main boss standing in our way is the Guardian Ape again. But this time, he is not alone. He calls his dear wife to join the fight too. So yeah, you are fighting Phase 1 Guardian Ape and Phase 2 Guardian Ape at the same time. And on top of that, the arena is smaller. In the first phase, you fight the headless version of Guardian Ape. I strongly recommend not using your spirit emblems in this phase at all, because we are going to need them for Phase 2. In Phase 2, Guardian Ape calls his mate, and now you have to fight both of them. Your main target should be the brown ape, because she is much easier to kill. During the entire fight, keep running around and wait until there is some distance between the two apes. When you get a good opening, use Firecracker to stagger the brown ape, then use Mortal Draw to deal damage. In this phase, Guardian Ape's whole job is to be annoying and stop you from damaging his mate. But that is exactly what we need to do. So our main goal in Phase 2 is to kill the brown ape first. After she is dead, we can fight Guardian Ape much more easily and kill him for good. Of course, you can also focus on Guardian Ape himself in Phase 2 and defeat him first. If you do that, his dear wife dramatically leaves the arena, vanishes, or whatever that thing is supposed to be. Now, about the final ninjutsu technique, Bestowal Ninjutsu. If you have played Elden Ring, then you definitely know Rivers of Blood. And you probably remember that in the early patches of the game, this katana was strong as shit. But From Software had to nerf this thing several times. And now, it has turned into a piece of dog shit. But why was Rivers of Blood, especially its skill, so damn strong in the early patches? Because I am convinced the guys at From Software put this weapon in Elden Ring after looking at Bestowal Ninjutsu. And Bestowal Ninjutsu is also strong as shit. To use Bestowal Ninjutsu, you need to land a backstab death blow from behind an enemy. As the game says, it is a technique that reads a blade in the victim's blood. Or during combat, you can break the enemy's posture, use the vault over skill to get behind them, and then activate it from there. Each use costs 7 spirit emblems. And yeah, that is a lot. But in return, your weapon gets buffed with the enemy's blood. It increases your vitality damage and posture damage by 50%. If you use Bestowal Ninjutsu on lizards, or as the game calls them, geckos, your weapon gets imbued with poison. And if you use it on a white gecko, your weapon gets imbued with a lifesteal attack. Just remember, Bestowal Ninjutsu counts as a weapon buff, so you cannot stack it with Divine Confetti. All the candies in the game count as body buffs. But Divine Confetti and Bestowal Ninjutsu are weapon buffs. And visually, it is really easy to tell the difference. One effect is on your weapon, the other effect is on Sekiro's body. And that is the end of part 15. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you in the next episode.